have with us Mr. Shashank Sharma. Welcome to Businessworld, where don't disrupt. So, can you please brief us about yourself and what your company is doing?
Hi, so I am Shashank. I am the founder, chairman, and CEO of Sunsure Energy. Sunsure is a company working in the Indian energy space, and let me start with the sector itself. Uh, so, if sector and and how we are placed. So, India is in a multi-decade growth cycle, right? And what we believe is more cities, more digital infrastructure, more social infrastructure, more industries are going to come up in India over next 2-3 decades, right? And all of this growth is hinged on low-cost green energy, right? And we believe energy and decarbonization are very big themes for decades to come. When it comes to energy, industries are the largest buyers of this energy and account for 51% of our energy consumption, and that is a sector that we focus on. We own assets, we own large renewable energy assets and supply power to these large industries and reduce their energy bills by about 50%. Right? So that's what we do. Recently, we've been funded by a Swiss private equity called Partners Group. They've infused $400 million in Sunsure. Uh, and we've also gotten investments from individuals like Mr. Manoj Kohli, who also happens to be on, or he was SoftBank India's head till January 23. So he's invested in the organization. He's on our board. We've gotten certain very good board members, like Mr. Inderpreet Wadhwa, who happens to be the founder of India's first energy company, which got listed in the New York Stock Exchange. So Sunsure is doing great.
So, congratulations for the award. Can you please tell me what this award means to you and what you feel right now?
Oh, so as I said, India is in a multi-decade growth cycle, and if we have to reach where we want to be, it is young entrepreneurs who have to build great enterprises, right? And events like this and the awards like this are validation of entrepreneurs who are building great enterprises in the country. So for me, it's a validation, and it's an encouragement for people who are building these great enterprises.
So, you've been in the industry for so long and established yourself very strongly. So, what's the secret sauce of your success, business success? If you can tell us.
I think consistency and discipline are the secrets to success of any business, right? Uh, Business traditionally, in businesses, you need to be don't have to be really flamboyant. Just stick to the basics and build to create profitable enterprises. That should be the north star for all the young entrepreneurs, to to come up with models which will eventually become profitable, and uh, that's something that people have not been able to do, and that's why you see only less than a percent of the startups who get started are able to scale up and become profitable. So having a profitable business model, having consistency and discipline is extremely important.
So I'm sure you must be having a lot of admirers and people who look up to you. So what are the advices that you want to give to young entrepreneurs who want to start in?
I think that was the advice, that when you start a business, uh, start with a long-term, infinite mindset, as we call it in Sunsure. Don't go for short-term gratifications. It's the long-term business that you have to create. Businesses are built over decades. It's not. It will take years to do. It will take years of hard work, dedication, consistency to build those businesses, and that is what entrepreneurs should do. People should not, in very short time, try to uh, achieve the sky, and lose the sight of the end objective, which is to create a profitable organization.
So talking about these geopolitical tension in the Middle East or Ukraine-Russia war, do you think that these kind of situations pose threat to India's startup ecosystem?
So that's a good point, and what I'll say is that at Sunshore, our long-term vision, the vision that drives us is making India energy independent, right? So it's not only the Russia-Ukraine war. We've had instances in the past where commodity prices have gone through the roof, right? The Gulf War in 1991, right? This is exactly what happened, right? And India had to go with a begging bowl to the IMF, right? And I think it's one of the deepest scars on our soul. So as a company, we are working on making India energy independent. We we make our energy here so that whatever $150 billion of oil imports, oil and oil equivalent imports that we are doing, we sort of reduce that, right? So we are working on that. We are working on that. We have to be. We want to be a part of the large vision that our Prime Minister has of making India energy independent, and I think we are working on that. But in general, commodity prices, COVID has had an impact on the on the prices, as you said, right? And startups have struggled, right? Uh, but it's an external thing, and as you know, as our Prime Minister says, we can only improve that as we become more independent, like more Atmanirbhar. So that's something that the entire youth should work on.
So do you see the return of startup boom that we witnessed in 2021 return in next year? If yes, like by when we can expect?
See, what you are pointing to is that because the money has become expensive, so that's why not that sort of infusion is coming in India. It's a cycle, you know. When it's cheap money cycle, more investment is going to come in. When it's the money is expensive, of course, people are more careful in investing. So yeah, you go through those cycles. I can't say it's next year, but whenever you see a cheap money cycle coming through, more investment will definitely come in. But I think for enterprises that, as I said, are built on solid foundation, who are profitable and have a long-term mindset, I don't think raising capital is ever a problem. It's just that when you are in the cycle of burning money and you don't have an end profitable business model in mind, that's when problems come in. But I don't see any organization which has long-term mindset, is profitable, is doing well. I don't think capital will ever be a problem, whatever be the cycle.
So talking about 2024, what are the early trends that you foresee in the India's startup ecosystem?
Sorry. So I think, as everyone is saying, artificial intelligence is going to be the buzzword, and is going to be the play around which a lot of startups are going to come in. And as you said, we are definitely approaching or starting. Interest rates are at all-time high. We are starting to get to a stage where money will start becoming cheaper. So you will have more investments coming in. And with the sort of demographic dividend we have in India, right, the sort of youth that we have in India, India is bound to be the factory of the world and the office of the world, supporting the world in a lot of stuff. So, but my reckoning is that more startups will mushroom around the artificial intelligence theory, and you've seen SoftBank is also banking on AI. They say AI will replace the human intelligence, right, over the next 10 years. So that's the biggest thing.
Thank you so much for your time.